Hello and welcome back to Bunso Bites. I'm your host Chiggy, and I'm being joined with my man
What's good? It's boy Mike.
Mikey, back for another episode. All right, so we're not going to do any updates for this episode. Go straight into the topic, and it's going to be about S-Line. So this is a Korean series that we found. I don't know if it's on Netflix, but
I think it was on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken, because that's how I saw a bunch of it. I think it was Netflix.
okay.
I could be wrong, though. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure where it's from, but I don't have access to it, and we just basically pirated it. But watched it on a streaming site, and I thought it was pretty good. So we're just gonna go over our thoughts about the show, tell you a little bit about what it's about,
Yeah.
and just general things that we liked, disliked, or whatever. So, Mikey, can you tell us a little bit about what S-Line is?
So when you're watching it, you're originally going to think, oh, it's strictly like the people that you had like an encounter with. You know what I'm saying? So that was the assumption that I had the entire time. But then after a couple episodes in, it also looked like the potential. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could potentially have with this person, because I can put no spoilers, but remember the scene where the girl and the guy they hadn't had, and then their lines started to connect. So I was like, oh, okay, so is it the potential to have with or any kind of relation? So that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't remember what. I do remember how it ended. Okay, it just hit me. But yeah, because I was saying like, how did it end? What happened? But yeah, it was a lot of There was a little bit of twist in there, especially near the end. I was like, whoa, all right, you know what I'm saying? This is sad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when y'all watch it, yeah, I think if y'all seen it on Instagram, that's how I saw it, and it was. I think there was this one scene that everybody saw on Instagram. I'm saying everybody, but that's how I found out about it.
Right.
It was the one with the spoiler alert, you know what I'm saying, the grandpa. And I guess that's his nephew. Or no, is his son? Was that his son?
Yes, that's his son.
So that's his and that's his niece, right? Yeah, so I ain't gonna say too much there, but if you put the clues together, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. So yeah, I was like, yeah, this is a kind of crazy show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the trailer that I watched was completely different from yours.
Yeah, mine wasn't really a trailer. It was just like a snippet somebody posted on Instagram.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And so mine was where you see the bully, the girl bully, and the male teacher walking.
Oh, and
on
then
the
their
steps.
lines are connecting.
Yep,
Yeah,
and you see the line
yeah.
on their heads, and the person that does have the glasses on, that sees the lines, like she looks at them as they pass by, and I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
But the premise was just so interesting.
Yeah, the premise was crazy. The part that I was confused, not really confused, that they didn't really touch up on is, well, I guess they did. I was like, who made the glasses? But then they talk about it in the end, or you find out who it is in the end. But yeah, in the beginning, like, you're going to be questioning, like, who's making these glasses? Why are people just finding these? Because you're thinking it's just one, you know what I'm saying? But then,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like, another person has it, like, across the town. I'm like, okay, so somebody's making these glasses. So, and then, like, the twist in the end, you're like, oh, okay. Not really a twist, but that little piece of information that puts everything together. Like, oh, okay, this is insane. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to be a little more, I don't want to say scary, but because it was good. The storyline was great, but I thought it was going to be a little more, like, scary. That's where I thought it was going to go, but it didn't get that. It wasn't scary, but it was good. Like, it was suspenseful when it was suspenseful, you know what I'm saying? I definitely recommend watching it. That was a good one. That was definitely a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I will drop spoilers on this. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, if we're going to drop spoilers, then yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I watched the first episode by myself, and I had to rewatch it with Mikey,
Yeah.
so that he can get caught up. And still, I was like, there's so many things going on in this first episode that I'm just like, I need answers to it. And so when you get to that point, you're just like, I want to watch more so I can figure out what's going on. But when you get there, it doesn't really answer your questions. It just gets more convoluted.
Yeah. So this one is always like every episode you're wanting more because you want to answer specific questions that you have. Because the more questions, the more the storyline progresses, the more unanswered like questions you have. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And then obviously like once it closes out, then you pretty much. But it was not until like the last episode where you finally get like the answers for real. So you're gonna watch everything. What was it? 6 episodes?
Yep, only 6 episodes.
Only 6 episodes, but you're gonna watch all 6, and then you're not gonna get any of the answers until that 6th episode.
Exactly.
And I'm like, God, jeez, we need to finish. So we literally finished it that day.
Because you were like, oh, we're gonna finish this.
Yeah, we got to.
We're
I
gonna
was
finish
like,
this
this
today.
is good. You know what I'm saying? I need to finish it today. And it's one of those. If you're gonna sit and watch it, you're gonna finish it. Like unless you're just like dead tired, you're gonna finish it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much. It's very suspenseful in a sense that like there's so much things happening. The storyline, like you're not gonna want to not finish it because you're just gonna be like, man, what's about to happen? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this is about to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like so much information that you're gonna want to finish. I'm still not even sure why the main character, she was essentially invincible. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
she can't. I'm still not positive as there. I think they kind of answered it on the last episode, but I don't remember.
Yeah. That was one of the things that we thought was going to happen with the others when they had the glasses.
When I thought it was so everybody's gonna be
Invincible.
I don't want to say invincible, but even invincible essentially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can still get hurt, but you just won't. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah.
But I mean, going back to what the main character was saying in the first episode, she was saying like she tried to commit.
Yeah.
She tried to jump off a
She tried to jump off a building.
building,
She tried to
hang herself,
you know
try
what I'm
to
saying?
cut her wrists.
I know,
And then that was the
arteries.
one that made me think that she was invincible because you saw the blood come out of her, and then when she put her arm inside the water, you can see the blood going back into her.
Yeah. And
I was like, whoa.
what is this? You know what I'm saying? What is this show? But it didn't really. It touched up on. It was really like everything, all the answers that you have does get answered on the last episode, but they didn't really like fully touch up on it. They'd be like, oh yeah, this is the answer and or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really make a whole like explanation about it for real. Or if they did, I don't remember it. I remember them talking about why she specifically had powers or whatever, but I don't remember what the answer was. Do you remember?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't remember what
The
answer
last
was.
episode was really just a blur to me.
Yeah, that's
because
what I'm saying.
I was so mind blown, I couldn't really understand what was going on anymore.
Because at the end, it's just like a bunch of stuff is happening. So like, her being invincible was kind of like the back burner of the whole storyline. You know what I'm saying? No, it's a main plot in the story, but that last episode, so much stuff is happening. Is not like a main plot point you're gonna be thinking about unless you're actively like, hey. Okay, she's invincible. I need to know why. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the storyline goes, it's not a main plot point on the last episode. So you're not thinking about it. But now that I'm really sitting here and thinking, I'm like, dang, that answer, I don't know if they did talk about it, but I don't really remember the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they did. I'm trying to think, but I don't remember them saying exactly why she... I think they did. I just don't remember for real. Because they
that's
said
fine
like,
too.
I'm trying to say because I remember her saying like, "Hey, you're another something. That's why you can do." I remember her saying was like, "Did you ever wonder why you can't whatever the bag lady whatever her name is?" But I just don't remember what the answers were. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they do talk about it. If y'all watch it, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments. I might rewatch it. I don't know. But if I do, it'll be the last episode again. Just so I can get the answer that I want. But yeah, when it comes to like twists and turns, that was a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was a good one.
And like when you say twists and turns, like episode 3 was the first one where I was like, oh, that one got me good. So episode 3 is about one of the school teachers picks up the glasses, and he goes to visit his sister.
Ooh,
in her
yeah, that
apartment.
one was. That was the one I was talking about. That was the one I saw.
Yeah.
That one was crazy.
And so like he spends a week at her apartment and he meets quote unquote her husband.
Mm,
And I say that because that's the twist and turn.
that
So
one was crazy.
like the episode goes on, like you see them eating dinner together, the three of them, the teacher, the sister, and then
Yep.
the husband, and then you see them hanging out. You see him like he gets a package delivered to the apartment, and it's the wrong address, and so
Yeah.
he like volunteers to bring it to the correct address, which is in the same building,
In the same
just
building.
like
Yep.
on a lower floor, and so he tries to bring it over there. Something happens. He doesn't quite bring it to there.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, you figure out like the husband, he's like on a business trip, and he said, he's not going to be home for a couple of days. And,
Yep.
If anyone was to do that, you'd be like, oh, so what's going on? But it's kind of like it's a given to them in their situation because it happens so often.
Yeah.
And so if anyone else was in that situation, they'd be like, oh, he's cheating. Definitely he's cheating.
But nah, think about it. That one was the husband. That was the girlfriend, right?
So
The girl that you're thinking is his family. That's the
Right.
girlfriend, right? And then that's his daughter, but like bastard daughter. You know what I'm saying? Essentially. So they were living in the same building. His wife.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't know why that part just went over my head. He's insane. That's bananas.
Yeah. And so like you see the husband out on his, I guess, his work trip.
Yeah.
The teacher goes and finds him, I guess.
Yep.
Because
Remember, that's her brother.
Right.
Yeah.
I forget what the piece of information that he gets where he goes to go follow him on his work trip and finds out that he's cheating. But anyways, I guess he sees something on like social media.
I don't remember what it was. Something like that.
So like the teacher goes to a restaurant, finds the husband with another woman, and he's like riled up. He wants to tell his sister about it, and then later on you find out he does tell him.
He does, yeah.
And then he goes.
So he tells her sister. Okay, the woman that you're thinking is the wife.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up telling her, and then. So I'm sitting there wondering. I was like, "Oh, she's crashing out because she found out that she knows where the lady is."
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And then you find out that one was a crazy twist.
Yep.
Because when you find out that
she's the side piece.
I'm the side piece, and she knew about it though.
Yep.
That was crazy. I would look at my sister all kinds of ways after that. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying?" I mean, it's not your fault you got pregnant by him, but it was still kind of like you were doing what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? And the possibility of you getting pregnant is high. Why are you crashing out, though? I don't get why she started. That's the part I don't get why she started crashing out. She already knew she was a side piece.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Because she found out. Oh, because because the wife got pregnant.
Yeah,
That's what it was. Okay, I'm saying I was like, why she start going crazy? I almost forgot because the wife was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the teacher came by and he came to the realization, I was like, yeah, this is crazy.
Yep.
That was a good twist.
Yeah.
But that's not as big as the one where the 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 uncle, the cop.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not as
yeah.
big as that one. That one was outrageous.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one was outrageous when he saw the line from his dad to his niece.
Mm-hmm.
Outrageous.
Yep.
That one was crazy.
I don't know if that was episode 4 or 5.
I don't remember what episode that
but
was. I know it was in like mid episodes, but that was the one that I saw on Instagram, like that whole sequence, and I was like, "Oh, this actually looks pretty good."
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I saw that, because I know you were telling me about it before we even watched the episode, and I was like, "Oh, that gives me some Old Boy vibes." I don't know if you ever watched it. Yeah, you watched it.
I watched that.
Yeah, that gave me that type of vibes, and I was like, "Oh no, this is gonna be sick and twisted."
Yeah, but Old Boy, dang, that one was crazy. You know, I might rewatch that movie. That was nuts. Old Boy was nuts, but he didn't know.
Exactly.
This one was, that's your granddaughter, and you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it on purpose. Disgusting.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger twists and turns in the series.
That one was crazy.
But I think I was invested in this after the 3rd episode because I was like, what other things are they going to pull on this series? Like, you only got 3 more episodes left. You know, what other good things can you come up with? But I wasn't expecting that one either.
Yeah. So the way the storyline went in the beginning, I'm thinking, okay, the main character, I mean, she is the main character, right? The girl.
Mm-hmm.
So she's the main character. So I'm thinking everything's going to be involving her. Everything as far as the plot points was involving her.
Right.
But then when they started doing different, like, other people's lives and stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay, so it's not, she's the main character technically, but she's not the main focal point, you know what I'm saying, of the show. But I thought that was cool. I was like, oh, okay, so it's you're diving into other people's lives, you know what I'm saying? And then, so what I'm thinking, like, she was a demon, I guess. What was she? I don't know what she was. The teacher. Yeah. I don't know what she was.
I can't really say that she's a demon. I just say she's an evil entity.
Well, she's an evil entity, and she pretty much, what did she want? Chaos? I don't know what it was.
Well, I think the whole thing behind her was that she wanted the rest of the world to see what her and the main character girl also sees, and I think like the main character girl tried to like allude to that in the first episode, because all she sees is red. Yeah,
all she sees like throughout her entire life was red. That's why in the beginning you see her wearing like sunglasses out at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool, and I guess that was. But my thing is, why? I guess it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? What made her unique? No, it's not. She's no longer unique to it.
Correct.
But I was wondering, was she still kind of like invincible? I don't know.
I would assume
they didn't really
so.
Test on that, you
right?
Know what I'm saying, and they never really talked about why she had it, or maybe they did, but it wasn't. They didn't really.
It wasn't really clear.
Yeah, it wasn't clear, and they made it like such a quick 5-minute sequence of the episode. It wasn't like a main focal, but that's something I would like. That should deserves an episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that deserves an episode. Why am I invincible? Like, I can see, okay, you see the lines. I don't know why that is, but you see the lines. But why am I invincible?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And why? Who chose me? Blah 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 blah. Oh. No, I'm tripping. I was like, did she end up being? At first, I was like, oh, she ends up being the mom. But that wasn't the mom. The mom's died. You know what I'm saying, right? First episode, the mom died, right?
To what? In the first episode, you see the mom and dad.
Yeah, there you go. So, what? How did the mom? It didn't show her, right?
I don't think so.
So she just disappeared? Maybe they did, and we're missing it. I don't know. Because a lot of stuff happens when they do the episodes, like when they came to flashbacks and stuff like that, her flashbacks, it was very quick.
Yeah.
I don't remember like the whole premise of why she was alone. So pretty much she was alone. Like she lived alone. Was she going to school for real until
Not before
not
that.
before then, right? She wasn't going to school. She lived alone. She wasn't going to school. And the things you learn, she's pretty much invincible. She can't, or at least she tried. She lived alone, and she had no parents, and she wasn't going to school. You know what I'm saying? That was the only things you knew about her. You know what I'm saying? And she never really left her. She never left her house or whatever.
Right,
her
right.
apartment. And then, so how did she get food? People
So
just delivered. It was just delivery the whole
yeah,
time.
Literally there were other residents in that building
Yeah,
that would leave
her
food
for
outside her door.
Yeah. None of them question it. There's a lot of things that they don't dive into in the show, but that I would be like, okay, why didn't blah blah blah. But still, the show itself, crazy. If that were to happen in real life, people would, there'll be a lot of maybe a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, just if I'm gonna be honest, especially in America, there would be a lot of people like,
Oh yeah.
upset. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But
yeah, I don't know. I overall like the series. I wish there was just more episodes, just like branching off of like other people's lives and their
lives
story.
and stuff like that, yeah.
Because like episodes 3 and 4, they were not really like connected with the main plot.
The main plot, yeah.
And those, I was like really invested in those 2 episodes. The first one being the teacher with his sister and the quote unquote husband. Episode 4 was actually, not that I remember it, it's the actor teacher.
Yeah,
because she's also a teacher, and then she has a crush or a thing for the music teacher.
Music teacher, yeah.
And then that whole thing of her going to a stupid hotel and doing her acting stuff, and then
she did her stupid deed. That was crazy.
Yo, that one I was cringing so hard when I watched that.
I was like, yo, chill, dude. This is
it's fine.
And the way she took herself out was nuts.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh no, I don't want to watch this no more.
Exactly.
It almost was like I had to close my eyes sometimes. It was like, and I'm not squeamish or any way, but I was like, this is cringe, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was. I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it, but it was just like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? The way you're gonna go that way, that was nuts.
Yeah. And then episode 5, where you see the main character girl and her love line, they actually do the deed.
Yeah.
And then moments later, after
she sees her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the line just disappears.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That one was so random. And I was like, what is this show? Why did that happen? And then I think that had to do with what we find out at the end, why she can't. I don't know. I just didn't understand, because everybody in her life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what I'm already putting out there. Everyone in her life. So it's just art that she loves and is a. So I was like, that one was sad. I was like, dang. And I was like, this is so random. Why would he die this way? Who is from scaffolding falling on them in the middle of the night?
That's just.
I was like,
that's some Final Destination
stuff. I'm like, what the heck is this? She's a Black Widow. But yeah, there was actually a lot of craziness in this show. You know, this show was good. If you're gonna watch it, yeah, I'd recommend it. There's a bunch of craziness in it, but it's definitely good. Like I said, I will say there's a little bit of plot holes. You know what I'm saying? Certain things here and there, but it's still great. No, it's good. It's not scary. It is suspenseful. I will say that it is suspenseful. That was a good show. Yeah, that was a good show.
I mean, I'm gonna admit right now, like, I watched it for like kind of the story, up until the story lost me.
Yeah. So I was following it. Yeah, eventually
I
I'm saying,
followed
like,
it
what
up
is
until
this
episode
about?
6.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, actually, I was good up until the last episode because that's where a lot of the plot just kind of, it doesn't dissipate, but it just kind of like, it thickens too much to where you're like, what? What is the answer to this? You know what I'm saying? This ends up being, you leave it with more questions than answers, and then they just close it out. And I'm like, well, all right. You know what I'm saying? It was good, though. It was a good ending, but it was just kind of like, if you're not thinking about it, it was a great ending. But if you're sitting there like, well, you didn't give me the answer to why this is the case. Just like, you didn't give me an answer why she's invincible. You didn't give me the answer to why she ended up living alone. Like, why she was a child still, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't get an answer to that. There was just a lot of things you didn't get an answer to. But if you don't think about it, it was a great ending. You know what I'm saying? It was still good. Again, I also didn't. Like I said, they probably did give us an answer as to why she was the, I don't say chosen one. That was lame. But she's the one that was chosen to be able to see all these things. I think they did say it. But again, they didn't go that deep into it. So it's not registering my mind right now. You know what I'm saying? It was such a quick, the way they closed it was everything was like, it was a lot of information that they gave you, but it was a lot to process. So it's kind of like the way my mind went was like, okay, this is the answer, but I'm like, this is a bunch of other stuff is going on right now, so I'm not registering what's going on, or I'm not registering the answer because the plot is still moving, you know. But that was crazy. The whole thing was nuts.
Oh yeah,
the whole thing. Like when, heck yeah. So when the police officer, when they were doing, remember when they was at the school and then they all disappeared or not disappeared? They went to the other realm or whatever it was.
Yeah, they're in parallel worlds.
Parallel worlds or whatever it was. That one was crazy. I was like, what in the heck is going on?
Yeah.
How did this happen? That part was starting to like freak me out. That's when I was like, all right now. Like what's going on now? You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, oh man, it just hit me. That pissed me off too. Oh, because she was running. I was like, what's she running for?
Yeah.
I was like, you're just leaving the dude behind, and then you're going to wonder why he's not behind you. You literally sprinted into the school, and he was like, wait, and you just kept going because your brain, special needs. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. I wonder if there'd be another one, another season. I doubt it, though.
Yeah.
It seemed like it closed it off.
I mean, they could do another like story off of it.
They could. I doubt it though, because I mean they closed the storyline, so it was just like they could have added 2 more episodes to like give us reasons for certain things. Literally 1 episode they could have gave us like her story they fully could have like why she has it, all the other things they could have gave her that. Like actually gave her an episode about that instead of being like a snippet of another episode. Okay. Like, it could have been a whole episode of that, but it still ended pretty good. And I recommend it. That was a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite part in the series?
Favorite part?
Yeah, our favorite thing about this series.
I mean, my favorite episode is the one we just talked about. Not the last episode, but when the guy finds out his dad was with his granddaughter. That was nuts. I was like, I knew it was coming, but seeing it, I'm like, yeah, that's nuts. Okay. What was yours?
Mine, episode 2, when you see the main character girl, they're on the rooftop of the school, and you see like her, I guess, her other schoolmate getting bullied, and she's like tries to step in and stop it, and she like pulls herself over the edge of the building.
Oh yeah,
and she's
that
like,
was a good one.
She's just holding on to her necktie.
Yeah,
I was like,
go ahead.
okay, you look right now, but
you, I mean, of course you feel. You you can't die. That's what
exactly.
Say, you can't die. So it's just kind of like, yeah, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? That was cool, actually. Yeah, you're right. That was a cool episode.
Yeah, and in that moment, I thought that they would play more into her being invincible.
Yeah, I thought that too, because I thought I was like, okay, they are gonna fall. I was like, oh, if they actually do it, I was like, okay, cool. And then I thought the storyline was gonna go another place because I was like, okay, I thought they were gonna fall. The other girl was gonna,
right,
and then she was still gonna be perfectly fine after a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was gonna end up being like the story plot. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay. And then that obviously not what happened, but right. I thought that was going to be the main focal point of the story. There's just so much stuff that they didn't really dive into. Like that alone, that they could have made a whole different series, to be honest. Because she's invincible. She sees these lines, so she's like, they could have did a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I still like the way the storyline went, but now that you're bringing that up, and I'm like, damn, like what if they did let her pull her over the side, and then,
exactly,
like I said, the next day, and she's perfectly fine. Obviously, there's gonna be questions, you know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's about to happen? That's what I thought was that would have been cool.
Yeah,
that would have been cool.
If they had played that route, I thought it would go on a lot longer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That it would have made it at least like extra 2 or 3 episodes at least, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, they wanted to close it out, but it's still a good storyline. There's certain plots that I wish they kind of filled for me a little bit, you know, so it felt a little bit better, but it's still good. I recommend it 100%.
Hey, yep.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add before we close this up?
If you haven't watched S-Line, go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because you will not be disappointed.
Right. I know there's a lot more like Korean series that are like this, that have like a regular plot, and then it just
have a bunch
mind blows you at the end.
Yeah.
I want to try to get into them, but I don't know, man.
Some of them are, when I was really into Korean dramas, like some of was like, there was a lot that was like good, like good. But I stopped watching them like a while ago, and then I kind of want to get back into them, but I don't really even know where to start anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like just so much out now. Now I wouldn't even know where to start. So I'm just, if one shows up like S-Line, then I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm gonna stick to my anime.
All right. Fair enough. Well. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave us a comment, like, and subscribe, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Later.
Bye.